Hey everyone, today we have a special one. We are going to be looking at a preview build of Sea Power Naval Combat in the Missile Age. I was very excited to be part of the initial batch of content creators to show off this game because I have been following the development of this game closely and I am not alone. It has been a game we have all been anticipating on our Discord. If you are not familiar, this game comes to us from the lead designer of the cherished game Cold Waters. Now, Sea Power is a Cold War naval sim strategy game that scratches a lot of different itches. When I typically think of naval games, I am used to the modeling of things sort of stopping where the sea turns to sand. This game is a bit different. It has a surprising amount of detail modeled that includes aircraft and land units, which is great because it makes the world feel more complete. Now, before we move on, let me address the elephant in the room. This game is planned to release this year. We were given a preview build of the game, and the intention here is to give you a taste of what the game is like. I thought the best way to do that was to play one of the scenarios that came with the build so you can experience it with me while I voice over my thoughts. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I will answer the questions when I have the answer to them. With this all said, we can hop into it. If this is your first time here, this channel focuses on multiplayer sim gameplay. So if you're into that, please subscribe. I thought the best way to showcase this game is to do one of the playable scenarios that came with the playable build. We're going to be doing Dong Hoi, which is set in Vietnam. It is a recreation of a kind of famous battle or memorable battle. It was apparently, according to Wikipedia, it was the second time that the US Navy was attacked from the air since the end of World War II. So we get a briefing. The North Vietnamese are sending a bunch of stuff down the coastal highway, and we're meant to stop it and disrupt their supplies by knocking out the docks and the fuel depots. They have coastal artillery sites, and we're not supposed to fire unless fired upon, and we are in 1972. So we're going to start this off. Now, I'm going to explain what I'm seeing here, because I have played the game for a couple hours now, and I feel like I have a decent grasp on it. So first things first is I'm going to zoom out so we don't get too much of that same noise looping as I pause. So blue is friendly, and red is enemy. Green is already IFF targets that we know are friendly. So these are little fishing boats. And we're going to leave them alone because I don't want to deal with war crimes. So, and then red is enemy, and we have enemy patrol boats. These guys are carrying torpedoes. And to get an idea of how dangerous this is, we are going to use our ruler. And we see that these guys are basically within 6 nautical mile range, which to me is too close. So let's start giving some orders. So I'm going to go ahead and go weapons free. And I'm going to turn on... So now that I turn the sensors on, you're going to see that these things are starting to move, the radars. Over here in Oklahoma City, you see that they don't move because I haven't turned them on yet. So I'm going to zoom back out so the sound doesn't loop. Now, I'm going to have these two flotillas join. So orders are done here on this taskbar. I actually really like this a lot. I think it's a super elegant solution to be able to do a lot in such a small space. So these guys are getting here at 1026, 1025, perfect. 1031, too late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a formation and have these guys all show up at the same time. So I created a formation, edit formation. I'm going to call it second flotilla just to make it easy. And I'm going to show one of the coolest features, I think, in this game, which is the formation builder. I'm going to call it join formation second flotilla, join formation second flotilla. And we are going to show this tool off. So this is cool because in most naval sims, you have formation options that are really like generic a lot of times, you know, column or convoy, line abreast, whatever, V. But this just lets you move the actual ships around, and we're going to set up our destroyers to screen, which is really neat because when I unpause, these ships are going to start getting into this formation, which is awesome. Also, you may not know what all these ships are, because you're a reasonable person and don't carry all this knowledge in your head of every single ship that's ever been built, which again is reasonable. Game makes it really easy to understand what everything is because you can just right click and go to unit reference and it tells you the class. This is a Galveston class missile cruiser. It tells you all the weapons it carries. These are links, which open up new ones. And it tells you that the Rim 8 Talos, which I'm not familiar with, but now I know it is a surface air missile. It's SAR-H, and it has 3.5 to 130 nautical mile range. So this is a serious thing. And again, we're doing the Battle of Dong Hoi, so we're expecting some MiGs to come because that's what happened in real life. So while that's happening, we are going to get going with the carrier. And this is pretty neat.
Contact faded. Track 70.
We are going to do some F4s and we're going to do seed. And we see that when we hover over these things, it tells you exactly what they carry. So these guys are carrying strikes. And we're going to do a formation of... let's do 4s. 1, 2. That's 2 formations of 4. And then we're going to do a 6s. And we are going to do formations of 2s. 1, 2... Oh, these are 1s. Whoops. Port.
Contact faded. Track 7013.
2.
New radar contact designate. Track 70.
Okay, sorry. That was a 6 attack. I want to do strike. Because with the strike, they carry... Oh no, attack. So they carry more payload. They carry 20 bombs. So I'm going to do 4 launch. 4 launch. And now we're going to see some detail here, but we are going to get interrupted because we have some radar contacts coming in. And I'm going to try to explain both at the same time. So radar contacts are coming in. What's going on over here? So look, search radar is not moving. We are going to turn it on. And we're going to not go weapons free quite yet. We're going to see what this stuff is first. But they are coming in. They are at going 460 knots at 800 feet. So they are screaming in toward us. And it looks like this cruiser took care of the patrol boats. Which shouldn't be too surprising because those patrol boats were super small. Oh, so those guys dropped off radar. They're probably flying super low. Alright, now I'm worried. We might have to see them visually at the last second, which would really suck. Come on, where are you? These yellow bands, if I remember correctly, are emissions from radars. Okay, so here we go. Visual, small contact. These guys are coming in fast. And so now they're confirmed enemy. So we see that these are MiG-17s. They're carrying bombs. 2 little bombs. But these destroyers are not that big. So we're going to see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and start ripping off some SAMs.
Engage track 7018.
And we're going to pray for the best. And Rim 2.
Engage track 7.
And let's see what happens.
Birds away.
So we see SAMs are ripping off the cruiser, which is great. And we're going to have to pray that the flak barrier can keep these guys away. Probably could have made that ship go evasive, because this might be pretty bad if they drop. Oh shoot, they dropped. Okay, so this ship got absolutely rocked. Oh my god, that one got slammed. This one has to be done. Heavy, yeah, this one's done. Everything is knocked out on it. There's fires everywhere. Propulsion's down. This thing's gonna go down. And Big V got slammed also. So not going great. Lost 2 ships out of the 4 that I started with. But now we're starting to knock these MiGs down. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see them until they were on top of us, so we weren't able to leverage the use of our SAMs at range. But this Starrett is still ripping off some SAMs of its own. And hopefully we can knock these guys out. And while this is happening, I'm going to take a quick peek at our carrier, because these guys are in the air. So Lance 1, I'm going to pause it real quick and send these guys over here. Lance 2. I think that was a single one that I made. And here's an A6. There's the A6. And here's a SAM in a cloud. Oh. Oh, it actually got him. It was a proximity fuse. And this is the last MiG. There he is. Come on, get him. Oh, nice. So we got, okay, so we got them all. Now, we did lose 1 ship. And these guys bailed out. This ship is not looking too good. This one's probably going to go down. So, good thing is we survived the initial air attack, and we have our main ships. We lost our destroyers. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful here. So we're going to check back in once our planes get closer. So while our planes are coming in, they're almost there. They're getting to station. We do have some new visual contacts. And we're going to request IFF, and they did not respond. So that either means they're enemy, or we did have some fishing boats out there. They may not have the ability to respond to IFF calls. So we're just going to hold our fire and see what happens. Okay, so we classified it as a patrol boat. Another one. A little rinky-dink boat. So this is going to be an easy engagement for our ships. And we're going to go ahead and go weapons free. Oh, he's already weapons free. And this guy's going to go weapons free. I also included the Starrett into that second flotilla that I had. And we are going to get a nice view of our fleet and have our wonderful planes fly over. Now, they are carrying strikes because they're seed. And they also have sparrows. So, in retrospect, I probably should have brought some cap as well. So I'm going to put these guys on weapons free. And they are already in range, so they're firing off their strikes. And let's see what we're hitting. So, a bunch of different radar emissions coming out. And they're ripping off their second volley. So let's see what these things end up hitting. Now we can't really see what's over there. Oh wait, yeah we can. This is a radar installation. Okay, so now we're getting close enough where we have visual ID, probably because the cruisers are close enough. Not sure if those are for SAMs or if they are for the coastal batteries. But either way, we are going to be knocking them out because they're on. Let's see. Okay, so this one we did not have visual contact of, but the radar was on and the strike saw it, so that's why it rendered after we hit it. And that one's knocked out. So we have completely wiped out the enemy radars, which is great. So we have our second volley of planes coming in. And we're gonna see that we are not quite in range yet for the coastal artillery, or excuse me, for the for our guns on the cruiser. So I'm gonna start getting closer, and I'm gonna increase the speed just because this is a scenario. And we have these A6s coming in, which just flew over our ships. So we're going to see what they end up picking up. And we're going to speed it up.
Contact faded. Track 7052. Contact faded. Track 705.
So I think I might have these guys actually, if I pause it,
51. Engage track 7038.
to go for the coastal artillery, because I have a feeling that those are going to be probably the most important targets.
7054.
Because those are the things that can actually hit my cruisers.
Bombs away. Track 7053 is classified neutral. Hit track 7.
All right, direct hit, perfect.
Track 705.
Let's go for the next one.
Classified neutral. Urgent.
Guy has a payload too.
Engage track 708.
He's going to have to extend in order to get back to the target, but I'm going to snipe all these artillery guns. These guys have 4, so this should be more than enough. So here's one, and there's one more over there.
Bombs away. Engage track 703. Right.
This guy missed? I think one of them missed. Yeah, I think he did. So let's give an order to this guy to hit the fuel tanks.
Track 7001. Bombs away. Bombs away. Hit track 70.
Okay, there we go.
On station.
And we're hitting the oil tanks. Perfect. So doing work. We have one coastal gun left.
Engage track 703. Right.
And if we can knock this one out, then we're basically home free. And then we don't have to deal with any more of this.
Bombs away.
Oh, wow. You only dropped 2. Is that actually going to hit? Please hit.
Bombs away.
No way.
Hit track
Oh, wow. It actually hit.
703. On
Oh, no. That was more than 2. So someone else dropped 2. Okay, so who has payload? This guy has payload. We are going to hit the fuel tanks.
Track 7001. Engage track 7003.
Orders return to base.
RTV.
Orders return to base.
Roger.
So
Contact hit track
we now have the stared in range of the coast,
Contact faded. Track
as shown by here. The red is the range, and we are just chewing through
0.
all the targets,
70.
and we're basically just bombarding them.
Contact faded.
And obviously the accuracy is not great, but it will get better. This is already burning, and it's only a matter of time before we wipe out everything. I don't need to show all of it because basically the carriers are going to send planes again, and they don't have enough defenses to stop us. But I hope this kind of gave you a good idea. I hope this gave you a good initial taste of Sea Power. I plan to do a lot more videos on this because the game is really fun, and I know it's fun because I find myself wanting to hop on as soon as I get home. I can't wait for all of you to get access because I'm excited for people to start cooking missions in the editor and to share them with each other on the Steam Workshop. This game to me really feels like a Cold War sandbox. I will do a video covering the breadth of units in the game so you guys can start ideating on what missions to create. If you have any questions, let me know below. If I have the answer, I will reply. Lastly, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. It is the best way to help this channel. Thank you and have a good one.